Okay, so what's next here? What's next is I am getting like 7 more pieces of mail from Superior Court. Um, will probably be arriving tomorrow. So I'll have to see what they want and see what I'm doing here. One should probably be my other appeal, I assume, and I haven't heard back on what's going on with my asking them to reconsider the recusal. But so we'll see what all they're sending me. My one friend, he said he's been calling around. He's having a really hard time finding someone to be able to do this trial um, for, not a lot of money. And honestly, at this point, I mean, there's just no attorney that could adequately catch themselves up to defend this case at trial. And even the ones that think that they know about it maybe don't. Maybe like only one that I would actually consider hiring. Um, Only one that I would consider hiring for this, but I don't know. I mean, he does have a good idea of what's going on here, but otherwise, I just don't know. I'm just thinking that I'll get a little bit. I don't know what kind of pretrial statement I'm going to produce. I worked on one the other day, but I don't know because at this point, every battle has been fought along this way of 3 years separated from Gino, 2 years without my kids, which we went into this with him only wanting every other Saturday night. And I know the insanity that I'm dealing with this judge, and I don't know that I'm going to purchase this last transcript. I might, just because of how ludicrous it is, and the straight lies that she says to try to hurt me in court. Um, and this is regarding my PFA against Gina, my protection from abuse order. I can talk more about that later, but it's just disgusting. And even Eric D is just looking at me like, I know, like she's just straight up lying and antagonizing you, but here we are. Like, we know the truth, but here we are. So, and I do follow up like, Your Honor, well, actually, that is not true. And if you would continue reading to the bottom of the paper, blah, 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 we'll talk about it later. But at this point, she's denied every single thing in emergency situations and is keeping my children from me almost completely. And I cannot even get emails from the school saying what my kids are doing. Like just the general email saying, hey, we did this in science this week. They don't want me coming to sports. They want to let this girlfriend make all these wild medical decisions. And I'm not supposed to say shit or protect my kids. But here I am. This is how I'm getting through this, is by recording the insanity that's happening to me. Excuse me. So at this point, I am just going to move forward with the trial. So I hope that she gives me 50% custody, and like all the attorneys that are just all the normal attorneys out there hearing about this say there's absolutely no reason why I should not. Well, look at the situation I'm in. So there is reason for me to believe that it will not happen. So then if it doesn't happen, then I will indeed hire an attorney to take this to Superior Court. And that order, I mean, I can't keep going back to court. So basically, like, I was just thinking, like, the rest of my December here and into January at least and then it is just going to be filled with court dates and working on court stuff. Well, so has the last 3 years of my life. When is it going to end? So at least if this judge will please, for the love of God, give me a final determination on this temporary order of her taking my kids from me 2 years ago with no plans to return them apparently, and no plans to protect them, and just continue to abuse me at any cost. And while in the courtroom, which doesn't really faze me anymore than other just having to want to prove that this is true and find people to help. So I guess I will work on those things that I just said, live my life, get my kids Sunday. That'll be great. We'll celebrate our Thanksgiving some way, somehow. And at least I will have a final determination where I cannot continue to be controlled by Gino and this judge per se. There will be no reason for me to have to schedule any more emergency hearings because she denies them. She don't care, and she uses it as an opportunity to chastise and hurt and punish me and my children when I do try to protect my children. So we're moving forward with an impossible situation. I hope to obviously get my children back full time, if not a minimum of 50-50 custody from the man who only said he wanted them every other Saturday night the first year of our separation. And obviously I can prove that to all of this. So it's his new playground, but I gotta keep moving on here, and I can't be tied up dealing with this impossible judge who hates my guts and is never going to give me my kids back, despite how wrong it is and how many lives it's ruined. It's criminal. It's actually criminal, and I hope that the Judges Commission continues to look into this, and when I decide how I'm going to put together something for the Attorney General, all the aspects I'd like to hit, then I will do that. And it's not too hard to turn Adam into the bar. I've already looked into it. But it's just not on my top of priorities, but it will get done before the trial.